I tried YouTube for a year and that's what I learned. Have you asked yourself settings and then you're standing at the crossroads of where do I even start? We were told by the motivational gurus that you need to find your biggest why whenever you start into the journey of creating content. Otherwise, you might not even survive until the end of the road of being a YouTuber in my case. But when you start, your biggest why is so blurry, so far from sight, and it's very hard to picture, and even worse when you barely have any views. I did always had a clear idea of why I was doing YouTube videos and always related to sharing value of X or maybe teaching Y. But even though you have those cliche goals of why you're recording yourself and making videos every week, it can be very hard to sustain in the first stage of YouTube because you only start talking with crickets and you're still slowly building your audience. So instead of attaching too much of my biggest why, I started to find little tiny selfish whys that would give me the endorphin to keep going and keep creating videos every week. And my first little why is connected to this.
Would you enjoy it if you clicked delete instead of publish? And I was like, oh shit. Would I enjoy making YouTube videos if I hit delete after making the video instead of publish?
If your answer is no, it's probably because there is more than just creating videos related to the experience of being a content creator. And personal for me, that was very true. What I love about making videos is that you can get pieces of your imagination and bring to the physical world. So my first little selfish why was to share parts of me with others and be able to create a community. I want to share those kind of weird thoughts and things that I always had inside of myself and ways that I had to see life. And I want to impact others and also prove that you're able to grab your camera and shoot whatever is happening in your life, even if it's just a walk in the street. Because the truth is, art is just copying life. Art is just looking to the ordinary life to be able to exist. And my second little selfish why, and I believe that's also a reason of why you should start with YouTube. If you're also a filmmaker, you probably have phases where your camera was in the backpack, and you know when you have phases where you're not much active or not much in the move. So I had a feeling with myself. I was working full-time as a video editor and I want something that brought me out to go and create. And after building this YouTube channel, I got so much more agile with my equipment. I use my camera in its extremes as I never used before. I use my light even more. But I do believe if you're a filmmaker, you should start a YouTube channel. So having YouTube as a platform where you can just create your videos and post and share with others, gather the feedback and working to make better videos one after the other, it was a great gem for a creativity of a filmmaker, and I'm very glad that I started. My third little selfish why was my English. I speak Portuguese. Portuguese is my first language, and I sometimes forget that English is my second language. And when I started my channel, I started like around 4 years ago, and I made it in Portuguese. And I changed my channel to English because I want to achieve a broader audience. But it was such a struggle when I did my first video in English. It was the one that I took the longest to edit. It was so many broken words and broken grammar, and I still have my broken grammar happen here and there, but I'm just happy that I put my English into exercise. That was a big challenge for me, and now I just have it as normal. Like I not even think that I'm speaking a second language. So for you out there that is also an immigrant, and if you ever thought if you should do a YouTube channel in English but you feel kind of embarrassed of how that would look like, I would just say jump into it. Sometimes I even thought that people wouldn't like to watch my videos because of my accent. I felt like people wouldn't engage with my English, or I would say stuff and I wouldn't be understood fully. But while I was doing those videos, I always got different answers for those previous thoughts. I can promise you that it's gonna be very worth it. And now we come to my biggest why. My biggest reason in the beginning to start YouTube was because whenever I had a friend that wanted to start as a filmmaker or was in a struggle to start into this career, to grab a camera and start learning how to edit videos, I noticed that I was able to help them. And that was exactly what I want to pass along. I want to help people to kind of diving into this video world with all the confusion and all the complications, but also helping the emotional side when you're starting and you don't know exactly who are you, what is your voice, why you're gonna edit in a certain way. I grew up watching YouTube and I had a bunch of creators that helped me discovering and finding myself as an artist, and I also want to provide that. I'm very glad for the audience that I was able to build into now in 2023. That is when I'm recording this video. I have about 1,000 subscribers after a year posting videos every week. So if you're someone that is wondering if you should start a YouTube channel, if you're thinking about doing it, I would say that it's super worth it, because you're gonna put the techniques out there, you're gonna exercise your creative muscles, you're gonna find other people that understand your weird thoughts and all your weirdest creative things that you have inside of you, and also you're gonna be able to inspire others, to teach, to give value in someone's life, to make someone smile, making like a fun, quirky video. If you were thinking very heavily if you should start, I would say record a video, and if you don't like it, you delete it, and if you really like it, you press publish. And if you're lost exactly on what is your biggest why for doing that, you can do for your own little selfish whys until you find the biggest why that is gonna hold you in this journey.